Hello everyone, welcome back to The Rise of the Golden Idol. Yesterday we inspected a lab in the ignition puzzle, and we're moving on to whatever this one is. Protest movement. A hippie circle refuses to roll over. Circles roll, is that the joke? I don't know. Huh. People don't normally have barbecue grills on top of them. I'm not going to get into, like, the whole, I don't know, apparently I am. The whole, like, oh yeah, barbecue is, like, a specific thing. It's not just grilling things. It's, like, smoking things for hours. There's, like, a regional, difference where in a lot of, at least America, barbecue just means, like, an outdoor cookout on a grill. Anyway. So, calling this a barbecue grill, there are some people who would be upset I did that. I'm not terribly bothered. Okay, so there's two scenes here, right? Yeah. Wow, a lot of bicycles. These guys all rode their bikes here? Someone hanging out behind a tree, maybe spying, maybe just getting fresh air? They've got, like, hippie headgear, so maybe they're part of the group. I don't know. Whoa, wait a minute. These are sigils from the idol. We don't know what this one is. But this one was heat, right? No heat? Don't use the idol to make heat? Don't use the idol, period? I don't know. Oh, and this is the Harmony Foundation back there. They're like in its backyard or something. Well, or they're next door. I don't know. Huh. Oops, I meant to... Well, okay. Now that I've clicked on this, let's have a look. Flowers that have been... A bicycle has ridden through them. Blue flowers. A bicycle rode through. Okay. Oh, and these are the binoculars that someone was spying on the hippies from in the scene at the end of the last chapter, I think it was. Yeah. So some... Like... There are stripes here? Stripes of colored grass? I don't know. Or strips? I don't know what the meaning of that is. And, like, what could cause you to have your grill fall on you? Someone up here, like, leapt out from the bushes, pushed it onto you, and then ran away? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Someone's building a birdhouse, okay. What is this? A trash bag, maybe? Or a floaty toy? Maybe it's a floaty toy. Something that kind of looks like eyes. I know I can zoom in, but I like to get an overall picture of what's going on before I start just clicking everything with question marks on it. Kind of a not super rundown house, but it's not in great shape from these pillars, right? They look... All the white looks pretty dirty. Climbing vines, are these important? They don't have question marks on them, so no, I guess, but maybe. Sometimes you have to notice little details that don't have a question mark on them. Alright, I guess I'll start down here. Why do you have a grill on your face? See, call it a barbecue. Can't blame me, Texans. Ah, what the hell was that? Odetta? A wedding ring. Okay, so... Path. The object's path. Okay, interesting. What? So something actually went under these bushes. I didn't notice this. Yeah, the bushes have like a hole in them here. Maybe this? What? What is... This is a floating, like, stone? A metal rod sits at the bottom of the pool. Well, presumably that is the object that move. Like, it doesn't make any sense for it to be here. I don't think. What is this? It shouldn't be in the pool. Maybe it's one of these stones? Whoa, what are you doing here? Bird bath fell over. Part of the bird bath has gone into the pool and is floating for some reason? Makes little sense. And this is Jack Novak. Why is Eugene talking to those layabouts? He's lucky enough already to still have a job here. Can't he do anything right? Lab schedule June 13th. Westlake and Toussaint are working in the morning. Novak and Marmot are working in the afternoon, so it must be the afternoon now. Reminder, Marmot no longer has interior lab access. So the lab is inside the Harmony Foundation building? Huh. That's interesting. We saw, like, the front of it, and it was, like, almost like a hotel, where, you know, there were a couple of rooms you could sleep in, and that was all we saw. You don't usually see rooms you can sleep in the same building as a laboratory. It's not illegal, but it is weird. I'm kind of interested in going back to look at the Harmony Foundation scene. Because there's a staircase in the back, and I don't totally remember, like... I don't think we saw that it went even further down, did we? No, but there is this. Is that locked? Hard to tell. Doesn't look like it. But, like, maybe this is the residential section. And then this goes down to the lab? Kind of weird. Also, what is this, like a cat door? Why would you want a cat door to let your cat into the lab? I don't know. Okay, I guess that's all I wanted to know about this. Or all I can figure out, anyway. So, oh, actually, you know what? I do want to check. Wasn't it June 18th in the previous episode? Which is after what we're looking at now. June 18th. On the 18th. Yeah, that's the day all this stuff is happening. It says June. Although, what year is it? This note says, right? 1975. I don't think we know what year this scene is taking place in. Not yet, anyway. Well, June 13th is a Sunday. We should actually, if we go back and look at the other calendar, and see if June 13th was a Sunday. If so, it should be the same year. And if not, it's not. Well, if not, it's certainly not the same year. And if so, it probably is. 18th is a Friday, -5. Yeah, that's Sunday. Okay, so this new scene is 5 days before the laboratory scene. and the idol is in decrease heat mode. Decrease matter heat. So that's why it's so cold. Also, notice it is red. Bicycles. Small shards of melting ice. Really? Is the idol pointed out the window? I guess it kind of is. Ah. It must... If it's pointed out the window, and the bird bath is broken. So maybe the water in the bird bath froze overnight, and it was too big to fit into its container, and it cracked it? That doesn't really make sense, though, because... Yeah, that happens if you leave like a soda can in the freezer. It gets bigger and breaks its container. But this isn't completely closed, right? If the water gets bigger due to freezing, it can just fill up more. That's much lower resistance than blowing up the whole bird bath, and so that's what happens. But it does look like the bird bath has shards of ice in it. And there's shards of ice on the bike. So, like, and the idol is pointing out the window. So somewhere, the idol found water to cool down into ice outside. The bird bath seems like the natural place for it, but okay, that's not a proof. The bike or the rod went this way. Or the object turned through that, or around that tree. I don't think we've met you before. Oh god, I hope he didn't see me. But man, it hit the organizer's bike. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. It? He didn't see me. Okay, don't understand. They're fighting over... Well, not fighting over. They might be handing over this object one to the other. It's not your fault, Mr. Marmot. You OPIG people don't understand what the Enlightenment device really does. Here, take some literature. That makes so much sense. I was just trying to help. I didn't know why they were so mad at me. And here's the thing they were giving him. Yeah, the Harmony Foundation. Okay. So that's where he got this from. This is weird. Like, they're working in this building. Oh, maybe the Harmony Foundation hasn't bought this building yet? Like, we don't actually see HF up here. You can't tell for sure if it is there or not because it's off the top of the screen. But this might be like, you know, some other a Zen garden for some other reason. These guys are having a sit-in out here, or I guess not a sit-in really, but they get together to protest heat. And they think they know how the device actually works. And they're giving him some literature about it, which helps explain how he managed to get it to do something. He said, oh, I see. I pushed some buttons and, like, it did something. And they're mad, but here's how I could use it to do something else. And the guys in the lab have no regard for these folks. They're just hippies. How could they know how our cool scientific device works? Maybe. Oh no, what is going on in here? They're doing weird stuff in there, man. Did you see our old moon-gazing bath? What? Moon-gazing bath? You can't steal enlightenment. Now Penny is trying to recruit the suits. OPIG hates Harmony. Harmony and love. Did you hear that crash? Don't worry about it, man. Andy's taking it back. We'll be gazing again in no time. The moon gazing bath. I mean, I guess that's this. And he's taking it back. Moon will be moon gazing again in no time. Man, I know some of those words. I don't understand the sentence. Uh-huh. Jeffrey, quickly, out of the pool now. Tobias. So we know these two persons' names and also the kid's name. First name, anyway. Cuthbert leads New Wells Pale Club to victory. Benson out with injury. Feeling the summer heat? How to cool off in style. New Wells Herald, 1952. $1952. Okay, sure. The summer heat. How to cool off. Be a dog. Huh. Mom, it almost hit me. Oh. You know what looks a little bit like stone but floats in water? Ice. I mean, ice is a rock. We don't usually refer to it that way, but, you know, it's made of material that is, you know, solid. In a cold enough place, if you were, you know, if you were digging on Pluto or something, you know, if you found water, it would be a rock. You would have to mine it. You couldn't just like scoop it up with a bowl or something. So I think this might be the ice from the bird bath. I mean, it's shaped roughly like the bird bath, right? Not like one of the pieces that fell out. All the pieces of the bird bath appear to actually be here, in fact. So maybe the metal rod is just the third leg of this grill, actually. Yeah, it does look like that. The grill broke and fell on him as this big old ice saucer was whizzing across the lawn for some reason. Are you okay, Tobias? I saw everything. Hold on, I'm coming over. And you, if I had to guess, are the guy who's been spying on hippies from your roof. Dear Corbin, thank you for considering our agency for your manuscript. Your observations are certainly intriguing. Just for closure, I would like some assurance that you have your subject's permission to write about them. We wouldn't want that scientist, Jack, was it, or the woodworking family, the Amstels, to sue us for libel and leave us all broke, would we? Regards, Lana Pete Leonidas. I don't know how to pronounce that name. It's like an old Greek name. Leonidas? I don't know. Agency. So many words, mostly names. So you are just like a nosy busybody who spies on all your neighbors to write about them. You're not some spy. A glass containing a block of ice. Okay, that's why they found some way to give me the word block of ice without telling me it's this, maybe. Why would a glass contain... I guess just it's a block of ice, whatever. We don't usually call... Oh, that's an ashtray up there? We usually call them ice cubes. Blue and yellow spools of ribbon. That lady up there had blue and yellow ribbon in her hair. And she's black, so in the 70s, you know, she actually could be married to a black guy. I don't know, like how racially unfair were the 70s? I mean, I assume being married to a white guy would have been a problem, right? Maybe not throughout the whole country, but probably. My American history is not very strong. Take Back Our Sanctuary, June 13th at 2 p.m. That's today. Questions, contact P. Coolidge, organizer. This jacket. Are you smoking? You don't appear to have a cigarette, so this could be your jacket. Although it's hot out, right? Why would you have a jacket? You're old. Old people get cold. Maybe. Yeah, see? These are her ribbons in her hair. I'm going to be in so much trouble. I hope he didn't see me. Must be talking about this guy, the guy she's looking at, right? Not the guy. Well, it could be the guy in the lab, but probably not. Could be Jack. Entry number 97. The new occupants are even more suspicious than the Hippie Foundation, or whatever it was called. The further up the hill I walk, the more of a cold chill I get. Look at the ivy. I'm not imagining it. The ivy. I didn't notice the ivy being particularly cold. Maybe it's withering. It's not growing as much as it should. I'll check that in a minute. Entry number 98. You'd think the hippies would have rolled over by now, but from what I've gathered, they're still determined. I don't like it. Entry number 99. Think my own daughter's caught up in their nonsense. Okay, his daughter, not his wife. It boils my blood. If Pa were still around, he'd call it a disgrace to the Shaw name. So, I can't really tell what I'm supposed to be making of this ivy. Like, I guess the idol is just emanating coldness towards everything it can see, not specifically the bird bath, right? This whole area is too cold. Colder than it should be. Up close, it was cold enough to freeze the bird bath. Out here, it's cold enough that you wear a jacket even in the summer heat. She doesn't have a jacket. These guys don't have jackets. There's a jacket down here. Okay. Pair of binoculars pointing towards a building on top of the hill. A wheel. Which has gone through the flowers. Okay. That's everything. Names, path, and events. Well, some names are easier than others. You are a Shaw. And so is your daughter. The kid, is that you? Yeah, is Tobias. Oh, what were your names? No, wait, this is Tobias. Right, she's married to Tobias. Is that you? Yeah. And you're married to Odetta. Good. Jeffrey is the kid. Now, where did I get their names from? The Amstels. This guy's name is Corbin Shaw. Yeah, I mean, sure, we know Jack's name. Jack Novak. This is Eugene Marmot. We don't know your name or your first name, at least not, like, immediately. P. Coolidge. We don't have a Coolidge. But it must be you, right? I got the impression the organizer was a he from... Oh, I hope he didn't see me. It hit the organizer's bike. But she's clearly the organizer of this event, right? Everyone else just sitting around chanting. She's actually getting shit done. So I think she must be Miss Coolidge. Miss P. Coolidge. Penny is a name, and I think Penny was mentioned over here, right? Penny is trying to recruit the suits, yeah. Okay. So I'm only missing your first name. Andy's taking it back. I think her name is probably Andy. Like, I don't know for sure yet what she's actually doing, but she's... Well, we know his daughter is caught up in the hippie stuff. He's upset about that. It says, oh, up here. And I thought at first she might be hiding from these guys, but I mean, she is, you know, dressed like a hippie. I think that the hippie organization group knows about what she's up to. And this guy, Jack and Eugene are the he she's referring to. But the organizer is a different person. Whoops, I hit Penny's bike. I'm going to be in trouble. But I was on a mission from our guys. So I think this one's name is Andy. Now, notably, I do actually have some leftover names here. I have one left over, which is Westlake, which is fine. So everything else is a unique name, and Andy should be right. Okay. The object's path. Yeah, I don't really understand this. I think the object is this bird bath, basically, or I don't know. The ice from the bird bath, their moon gazing pool for gazing up at the moon when they're out getting stoned at night, maybe. Well, it hit a bike that belongs to the organizer, I guess is what they're saying here. We definitely hit that, and then went into the pool and looked like that? Maybe? Is that what we're saying? I guess it doesn't have to have been propelled by any magic force, does it? It is a circular object rolling mostly downhill. If we imagine that the bird bath frozen water somehow came out like rotated 90 degrees so that it's actually a wheel shape and not a disc shape. It could have just rolled downhill, and that makes sense. We get all these. I assumed this was a bike. But no. I mean, Andy is trying to steal. I don't really understand what she's doing here. Like, they want the moon gazing bath back, but it's like right here. I don't quite get it. She was trying to take a piece of it away, and the water all rolled downhill. All the ice. I don't know. Something weird. So let's see what the story or the events are all about here. A group of... Okay, let's give me some names. Words, I mean. A group of protesters. Does protesters really have an OR? A protester, yeah, okay. Protester with an E is, well, okay. Let's actually ask Merriam-Webster. Protest. Protester with an E, variance, protestor. Both, of course, pronounced protester. Or protester, of course, in some contexts. Okay, so this is a weird spelling, but whatever. A group of protesters gathered outside the Harmony Foundation, I guess? I mean, I'm not totally sure if the Harmony Foundation exists yet as a place. They're, I guess, upset about the closure of something? Hang on, is this... Where does this fit in time? It's 1975 now, right? What time was it when Teysa, or Tessa, I guess I've been calling her Teysa, I don't know how to pronounce it, was doing Zen gardening and killed her Confederate? Her, what's it called? What year was this? 74. So this was a year ago. Which makes sense. The idol apparently is reconstructed, or at least they have all the parts. So the Harmony Foundation did exist in the past. Okay. And so this building that was the Harmony Foundation has been converted to a lab, or maybe already part of it was a lab, not clear. And so it can make sense for the hippies to be upset about the closure of the Harmony Foundation, because it did exist in the past, and they're associated with it. They have the symbology for it, but they're not inside of it, and they're mad about it. I think it's the OPIG something or other that they're gathered outside, right? Like, what was the Leonidas Agency? I've sort of forgotten. No. You don't have it. No. Shouldn't be here, is it? No. Where did I learn about Leonidas? Oh man, I would just love a button to say, like, here's this word, where did I get it? They make you click on everything to get all the words, which is fine. But then... Oh, by the way, these are woodworkers that's mentioned. That makes sense with the birdhouse. Here it is. The Leonidas Agency. Okay. So it's the OPIG Laboratory, which makes sense. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't called like the OPIG, agency, which happens to run a laboratory or something. No, it's the OPIG Laboratory. They're upset at the closure of the Harmony Foundation during the protest, I imagine. Andy Shaw attempted to steal, I think? I mean, she attempted to steal a bird bath or a block of ice. I think she was trying to steal the whole bird bath. I see. Yes. So the bird bath wasn't broken by the ice expanding, which, as I said, wouldn't have made sense. She knocked over the bird bath while trying to fit it into a wheelbarrow. It fell over and broke. The ice came out and rolled away. Okay, got it. Steal a bird bath. She accidentally... broke it. A block of ice came loose, rolled down the hill, and I think broke. Well, I guess it hit, but also broke. The gentleman over here, what is his name? Tobias Amstel. grill or barbecue, causing it to fall over and injure him? Yeah. Well, this one seemed pretty easy. Shore support for the Harmony Foundation protest. Andy Shaw planned to steal the bird bath or moon gazing bath. She wasn't strong enough, so she dropped it. This sent a block of ice down the hill and into the Amsel family's barbecue. Yes, but take me back. What was I supposed to do with that, like, the object's path? Like, you, generally speaking, the events are, like, the big thing you're supposed to decode, and, like, as you saw, solving that was enough to solve the puzzle. Everything else is supposed to help you piece together the events. Huh. So I guess this was supposed to help me figure that stuff out? It hit the bike belonging to Penny. The object's path, I guess we're saying it came from the bird bath. After hitting the bike... I mean, I guess it went here, then hit the tree, and then turned to here? Hard to tell. And then it hit the flowers, right? Yeah, I don't understand this shit, man. What is this even? Does that even exist? Alright, I mean, I'm perfectly happy not constructing this object. Oh, that's this tree, I see. And it came, well, here. I guess we need to include this, right? Oh, so I guess it just didn't go there. I was trying to figure out how it could go, like... It seems like going almost back uphill, but sure. Actually, a bike did run over this, I think. Oops. Yeah. Okay, sure. So the thing went like that and then downhill. Okay. So let's have a look at the story then. Or the new thing they're showing us, I suppose, which is this. Uncle Isaac. Okay, this must be Jack writing to Isaac Novak. Look what I found in Mother's attic. Remember our first experiment together? I would have burned my eyebrows off if you weren't there to save me. That's when you started calling me Icarus. Hope to see you again soon. I always feel so inspired after our talks, and believe me, I could use that right now. The people in charge here have all the wrong priorities, but what can I do? Maybe I can impress Mr. Hoyle and he'll swap me and Marie around, but for now, I'm on the bottom rung. Wish you were here. They'd all listen to you. With love, Jack, Icarus. 1975. So this was a little earlier still than what we just saw. Okay. Well, she ran the OPIG. I mean, maybe? With funding from the OPIG Corporation? Maybe? They used artifact parts to build a device? I guess they built an artifact. They used broken parts? Believing it could something, and then something. Realize the artifact might... Huh. Denied funding again? Maybe? Denied lab access? Hard to say. But I have some more names here. You're the lab lead. You're the head of investment. You're research engineers. You... Well... I can't take you out? I can't say you're nothing? I can, okay. This is where Tessa's going to go, right? Contractor for motion studies? Maybe. Because I mean, he was a research assistant, but following mid-year inspection, I think they ought to have fired him. Like, they literally did set him on fire. So we'll leave him out for now. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.